the place for comic book and anime reviews.
Hey there you guys, welcome to Brother Camera 12 YouTube channel for all your comic book and anime reviews. And today we're doing something a little bit different. Today I'm telling you guys about My Thor issue number 706. I haven't really done a review where I haven't actually had the comic in my hand in quite some time, but I haven't had read My Thor issue 706. It really felt like I needed to do a review, a proper review on this comic book because yeah, it was a really big deal, like a really big deal. After I read it, I was just like, wow, this was insane what they y'all just did here. So a little background here. Jason Aaron has been writing Thor for quite some time now. He started off with his Thor God of Thunder series. Started off in the Marvel Now era, and then over time, we got Jane Foster, who took over the Hammer of Thor after Original Sin happened, and Thor lost his worthiness, and Jane was able to become worthy after that, kind of, sort of. It was more like the hammer in the. We find out in Unworthy Thor, it wasn't that Jane was more worthy of the hammer than Odin's son was. It was more that Jane Foster like the hammer just became like he believed that no god was worthy at the end of that. That was a really interesting story to me. And this really interesting idea and these concepts that Jason Aaron was putting forth in his Unworthy Thor series. And also kind of was like alluding to the fact that, it wasn't really that Thor was ever unworthy to begin with. It was always that he could pick up the hammer if he chose to. It was just the fact that like it was also more like this mental block. It kind of looked, there were a lot of these interesting levels going on to the Unworthy Thor series that I really enjoyed that. But something I'm kind of like, I haven't really like in love Jason Aaron like since I started off as Thor Gods of Thunder. In the beginning, I kind of had some issues with that series when it first started out. I thought it was a little bit shaky. As it went on, like I think like every got like a lot strong. A lot of stories got more interesting and more complex. But this Death of Jane Foster story that's happening right now was so captivating and so emotional and really pulled a lot of emotions out of me that I didn't think were in there. And it was really amazing to me to when I read his series because it really came out of shock to me like how much time and love he put into like this idea of this Death of Jane Foster lore. And it was really something. It just really was. And just seeing how it all read and how it all came together and how like everything that Jane was going through up to the lead up to this. And like that scene where like Jane faces Odin and like yells at him like in her little relief frail bike. That issue was amazing. There's a lot of things going on in this storyline was amazing, and it all led up to this big issue 706, where we finally get to see Jane dies, and she goes to Valhalla, and she meets with Odin, and Odin says, "You can now stay here forever. This is where you are now free to be now." And it's just really sensational because you're just watching like Jane go out. Like this is gonna be her. This is going to be her last day. This is gonna be what she ends up doing. And well, I remember reading this feeling, and I kept getting this feeling like, no, I don't want Jane to go away. I don't want just character to die. And that's what I was kind of feeling about this entire a lot of this story. Like you really didn't want Jane to die, and you were really hoping on the grass for her to like live and keep surviving on and keep fighting on. And in the very end of this 706, we kind of get that. We gotta get like Jane kind of like survives in the end, and she doesn't end up dying. I was really happy when I saw that like she didn't survive. And it was like this breath of fresh air for me. I was just like conjunctive tightening. I was really intense, and I was really happy to see her like survive every and come back on top. Even though I pretty much said that she's not gonna be Thor anymore. She's not gonna have the hammer anymore, but he pretty much tells the original Thor himself that like there will always need to be a Thor, and that is going to be you now. So you need to go out there and find you a hammer, a new hammer or something, and and become Thor again, take up that mantle again. And I'm gonna be see how that all kind of turns out with that, how that's gonna end up working. That seems kind of weird if he's just gonna build a new hammer, but we'll see where that all ends up leading up to. But yeah, you guys, there's my thoughts on the Mighty Thor number 706. This was really something else. I really want to talk about this because it really was amazing. From beginning to end with this whole story and all the emotions I really felt for it. And Jason Aaron, man, like for him to kind of do this and not, because that's the good thing about this. Like this didn't feel like a cop out to me. It's weird. Like this could easily feel like a cop out ending with him not killing off Jane, but it really didn't to me. It felt like so much more than that. For me, it was really weird. Like how he managed to like pull this type of story off and how it all like came together. It felt natural. It felt fresh. But yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen with Jane going forward. But anyway, I've heard about Mighty Thor number 706. Then I'll comment below what you guys thought about Mighty Thor, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.